Excellent. Well, welcome to the Citadel for Metal Fellowship. And today I have the pleasure of speaking to the band Eloise. Eloise, I knew I'd screwed up, but she'll fix it. From France, about their fifth album, Évidence, which was released on January 10th. And Eloise is a cutting edge new metal, new goth band from France, and they have five other albums released already. Which uh, it is for. Okay, so this
Four,
was the
four
fifth.
other albums. Yep.
This
And we
was,
also have a live album, but I don't know if that counts.
and maybe that's where
Yeah,
wherever I
yeah, yeah.
got
I
that
mean,
information, they must have counted it as a.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, no, that's okay. So they are made up of a French duo comprised of guitarist and producer Anthony Shenya, and he was with Smash Hit Combo, and vocalist, of course, who's sitting here in front of me, Justine D. Die. And I also didn't realize that she was with Irenaeus, and I had done a review of that album. I think that was your debut album, if I remember correctly. And excellent album, and you played a big role in that. But it was a number five women,
Three women.
three women.
Yeah.
The numbers just aren't. I've never been a numbers person,
Yeah, it doesn't
but
matter.
my wife reminds me. No. Um, but yeah, anyway, I did do a review and wanted to do an interview at that time. But hey, this is better because this new album that she's put together is just excellent. So finally, a chance to meet her, talk with her. And so let me let her say something because my wife always says these introductions are too long. But go ahead.
Sorry, what's the question?
Uh, just introduce yourself. Just tell us a little bit
Oh,
about you.
myself.
Yeah.
So I'm a classical singer, and my genre is metal. I've always loved metal above all other music genres. It has always been my favorite genre, especially modern metal, industrial metal, gothic metal. So I like several kind of metal, because metal, has a lot of niches and micro niches, and I believe also my band is in a micro niche. So we're doing gothic industrial metal. It also has a metalcore twist now that Anthony is in the band. Um, and I've always wanted to sing, to be a metal singer, even though I'm a classical singer. So it makes a really weird niche
Yeah.
with a classical singer and metalcore, modern metal. When you hear metalcore, normally mostly you have growlers or screams, but no, not classical singing, beautiful classical singing is not very common in metalcore or modern metal. You can hear it in symphonic metal a lot, but not in metalcore. So yeah, we're in this weird niche called
And
with symphonic
and
metalcore, we could say.
and they make it danceable, which is wonderful.
They
At
make a
least
what?
you make it danceable.
A danceable?
Dance. You can dance to it.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Well, we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay.
The
All
first
right. I
song.
didn't know. I don't know what people do when they listen to us. I mean, so,
Well, yeah, I don't do a lot of dancing, but no, that first song. Well, we'll get there. We're gonna talk about
all
that.
right, all right. I'm curious now.
All
You
right.
made me curious.
All right, so let's talk about the origin story. Where did the name come from? How did you get together with Anthony? And it's been four or five albums in, but we're trying to catch up. So tell us about it.
So the first album, the debut album is from 2012. It's
Yeah,
called Théogène. We were five band members then. Um, And in 2019, and we went down to two people, two band members, so Anthony and I, and we released our fourth and fifth album. So the one you reviewed is called Évidence. It means obviousness in English. Doesn't mean evidence like an evidence
Of a
when you try
crime.
to prove yeah of a crime or when you try to prove something. So it's a false friend. In French, it doesn't mean the same as in English. Um, because it was obvious that Anthony and I we had that synergy together, and it was I mean everything we did was obvious because it was so smooth and easy because we knew each other very well. So that's why we called that album Évidence because everything went very smoothly between us. And it's our latest album, the more heavy, I guess, the more metalcore. So over the years, the genre changed a little bit. We started as electro symphonic metal band, and now it's yeah. No, I mean when you release five albums, you I guess you're not expecting that they are all the same, but there's still between them. There's still a connection. It's my voice and the mix between classical singing, female vocals, and very very low guitars, genty and modern, a modern sound.
All
Yeah.
right, but where
And
did
with
the
a lot of synth also, because we still have that electronic twist, and some people call it cyber metal because they think the synths are very incorporated in the music and is also our musical identity.
all right, in the title, I looked it up online and Google got it wrong. So explain the name of the band a little bit more, because
Oh, there are no explanations actually. I liked the way it sounded, and I wanted a word that defined it only us. That didn't mean anything. That wasn't that you could not find in the dictionary. That was us. That was the music we made. That was that brand, that band, that music brand. And
yeah.
I just didn't want an already existing word. So I made it up totally from scratch. And so there are no more explanations behind that.
And that's why you fooled Google. That was excellent. Good job. Few
Yeah,
people.
and also, yeah, if you say, I mean, if your band is an English word, I mean, then when you go on search engines, then it won't show you,
Yeah. Well, that's the marketing side.
Yeah,
There.
on the marketing side, I wasn't thinking about that
Yeah.
then, but I now I tell myself I did right.
No, but you got five albums out there. You're doing good, and people will find you. I found it. I mean, who would have
It
thought?
doesn't yeah, there nothing else is called Elyose, I guess. I mean, not that I know.
All right, which part of France? We had sort of a pre-conversation, but I didn't ask you that question. But tell us about where you're from and what are some of your favorite spots to go in your hometown?
I'm from Paris, so I mean, I'm in France, but Anthony is in Montreal in Canada.
Okay.
So so we don't live in the same city. And Paris, actually, I've always lived in almost all my life in Paris, but I'm not made for the city. I'm a country girl. I love nature and animals. So my goal is to relocate at the seaside or countryside as soon as I can. So I'm not, I don't like cities in general. I know I've always lived in the city, but this is not where I want to leave. I mean, for my next years, I really want to. I really want to. My dream would be to be able to see the sea, and to be able to also find quiet places, because in Paris the noise is very hard to live with,
Yeah.
and also the density of the population. It's crowded everywhere, and it's very noisy, and it's starting to yeah, it's starting to be to make me want to flee from there.
Now, which direction do you go? Do you go towards north, towards England, towards the
Oh,
Uh,
towards the south because
much warmer.
yeah, much warmer. I really want to see in the sun, and I'm not attracted to northern countries because it's too cold.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I need
France
warmth.
and probably Paris is like that in the winter. And
Yeah, it's cold, and when it's not cold, then you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to swim. You have nowhere to go on the garden, and so it's very hard to be surrounded only by buildings and gray and angry people. I mean, I know Paris is like a dream for
a lot of
Americans.
people,
A
yeah,
lot of Americans. In my neighborhood, there are tons of Americans
yeah,
because I don't know why they they all come to Paris. I mean, they like the architecture and maybe the history and but I mean, if I were them, I would go to other parts of France.
yeah. Where are they from? Probably Northeast New York.
Everywhere. They're
Oh, okay.
everywhere. They're from everywhere. I mean, some of them are from California, some of them are from New York, but yeah, I think it's a city that is, that has a lot of tourists and fascination and
Culture,
maybe culture. Yeah, and
food. I was going to ask you, what are some of your favorite places to go? And that doesn't necessarily mean food, just theaters, museums, whatever you want to talk about.
I don't go to museums. I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
I I like to go. There's a little river that crosses Paris that is called La Seine
The same.
and
Yeah.
La Seine, and you have the lower parts of the Seine are close to the cars, so it's only pedestrian, and there you can walk, and you have the Seine, which is the that little river, and it feels like you're not in Paris, for a moment. For a
Huh?
moment, you feel like you're somewhere else, and it's very relaxing because it's only pedestrian, and there are little boats that you can look at, and people also a few bars and people having drinks on those boats, and so the lower parts of the Seine are really um, my favorite parts of Paris because you forget you're in a city for for a while.
What's the best time of year? Would it be spring or summer for you there?
100% summer.
Okay.
I don't like the coldness, and
Oh,
I really like to be able to stay late at night without taking my coat and without worrying about being cold all the time. And I like also that it's daylight until 10 or 9. In the winter, at 5 p.m., it's already dark.
yeah.
So it's very depressing.
All right. We know some of that up here in the Pacific Northwest. What are some of your favorite bands? Who influenced you as you were growing up?
I'm a very big fan of gothic metal and doom metal. So Paradise Lost is one of my favorite bands. Paradise Lost, and also in another genre, I'd say Septic Flesh
Okay.
because um I like the horror symphonic
Element. All right.
death metal. So it's symphonic metal, but not cheesy. It's very
Serious.
emotional. It's very emotional. It's dark. The harmonies are not easy ones. They're harmony. It's dissonant, and that's what I like about music. I don't like when it's
This is, yeah.
too poppy, or too easy, or too 80s. I like when it's kind of elaborated, and Septic Flesh does a great job. And I'm really touched by their music. So Septic Flesh, Paradise Lost has had many periods because they started with gothic metal and then they went into doom metal, and they even started another band which is electronic, dark electronic, and I love all those albums, but my favorite ones are during their doom metal period. So it was Faith Divides Us, Love Unites Us, something like that. And the following album also are one of my favorites ever. I also love gothic metal from Norway. Like those bands like The Sins of Thy Beloved or Draconian or Tristania, early
Oh,
Tristania and Sirenia. They were doing gothic metal back then. And a Theater of Tragedy also. So those are the first bands I listened to, and they all had female vocals and growls. The the yeah, classical vocals and growls. I thought the mix was pretty awesome, and I started to dig into gothic metal and found lots of other bands. Most of them were from Norway, and I've always loved this genre, which is kind of specific from there. So all those bands that I named are my favorite ones. And then I discovered also modern metal, and I really loved Lacuna Coil
Yeah.
and their recent sound, which is very genty also and very modern. I like In This Moment. I like Infected Rain. I like all those modern metal bands. So lots of bands.
All right. If you had to choose the Cure, Depeche Mode, which one
If I had to choose what?
between the Cure or Depeche Mode? That
I know those bands. I know the names, but I've never heard their
oh,
music.
okay. It's probably tame compared to what you're talking about there, but that's kind of
I
my
mean, I know The Cure. I know because it's famous, but I don't think I've ever listened to them. Or maybe I did, but I didn't like. I don't know.
it wasn't hard enough. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
it's not metal. It's not even metal, right?
No, it's more doom or yeah. No, it's not metal. Okay, let's talk.
I don't know a lot of other
That's
stuff
okay.
outside from metal and electro. I also listen to a lot of electronic music, but aggressive electronic.
All right, let's talk about your album. So, Mission Lunaire is the opener, and obviously a mission to the moon. And this is the one that I was talking about, where at the beginning it sounds danceable. If you were in
Oh,
a
okay.
club or,
Oh,
uh,
you think so?
I think so. I think this could play really well in a club atmosphere.
I would love the clubs to contact us and ask us about if they can, broadcast our music. I mean, we would love to.
You don't agree, though? You don't think it's danceable?
I oh yeah, I think metal is danceable. Yeah, I think in clubs there should be more metal. In
Okay.
France there are no metal clubs, but it's always the same kind of I mean disco or dance music, but you never hear metal because people say, well, it's not danceable. I disagree. Metal is
Yeah.
danceable. So yeah. I mean, no one ever said that to me, so that's why I was surprised. But in the end, yeah, I think it makes sense and that it's totally danceable. Yeah.
Yeah, this song is a great example. There are others, but definitely this one. So tell us, do you obviously you would love to go into space, and but would you be willing to live on the moon if they were able to
No,
set? Go ahead.
too dangerous.
You'd miss the nature, and that's good, right?
If I what? I what? I love
Uh,
nature. What did you say?
you would miss all the
Oh,
natural.
oh yeah, I will miss the nature. I would miss everything. I mean, it's not livable yet. But actually, for that song, I was inspired by a TV show that is called The Silent Sea. It's a Korean TV show, and I watched it, and it inspired me. The lyrics. It's a crew that is going on the moon, and because they're trying to find an antidote to because there's no more water on Earth, so water has become very rare, and so they send a crew to the moon, and they're looking for that sample that can save the world. And when they get there, they expect to see the people that were supposed to work there, and they're all dead. So
Um,
they're exploring and they want to know what happens there, and they're looking for what happens. So it's a thriller, it's a mystery TV show, and I really liked when I heard the song first. It didn't have any lyrics or theme or vocals, and Anthony said, "Okay, welcome to my spaceship."
yeah,
And I had just finished watching the series, the show, and I told myself, well, I will tell that story in my way in French, the story of the first season of the series, and it's going to be the theme of the song.
and it came out really good. Definitely. But you have no intention to ever go into space.
Oh no, I'm too no, I would be too scared.
Yeah.
I like my comfort zone.
Well, definitely. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to go up and come back, but yeah, I would never want to live there.
Not even visit.
The guy that got me was Shatner. When William Shatner, Captain Kirk from Star Trek, when he went up there and said, "This is not what I expected," which everyone kind of knew, but when he said that, that was enough for me. It's good enough to just touch it, see what it's like, but no, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I'd
Live.
rather see movies, about
Yeah, yeah,
about people going there and like but no, I would never go on a spaceship and no, it scares me.
yeah. These people that are going to be doing it to Mars, and
Yeah,
you,
astronauts, I think they're very brave people and they must be
yeah,
extremely smart also and very strong physically.
hmm,
Um, no, I'm too fragile.
definitely. All right. The second song is Failed Attempts, and we all have failed attempts in our lives. Is that what it's about? Or tell me from your perspective. I want to hear what you.
It could have been, but I'm actually talking about, I mean, AI is talking in that song.
Oh, yeah.
It's an artificial intelligence who's talking and who's mocking the humans because they want to try to control them. And in my opinion, it's a
That's
failed
scary.
attempt to try to control AI because it's a billion smarter than us. So we're just like flies for them, and they are amused by us, being very pretentious and saying, "Oh, no worries, we're going to control them. We're going to tell them what to do, or there's going to be an on and an off button, and when we switch them off, they're no longer a threat." And they're making fun of that because obviously, if a man wants to turn it off, the AI is smart enough not to let him to. Uh,
Yeah.
so I talked so in the song the AI is talking and I mean it's saying, well, you humans are trying to control us. You're ridiculous. It's always going to be a failed attempt, and but you're making us a lot of fun trying to do that.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the song. And then also it tells that AI is made mostly for killing, for
Mm.
playing, for gambling, for spying, and that if we don't teach them to be ethical, they're going to be bad things happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what the song is about. So it's a bit pessimistic. It's a bit difficult to
Real.
handle.
No, it's
Yeah,
real.
but I think it's
Real
very
fears.
yeah, but it's currently it's a real issue about AI surpassing us and AI taking control, taking over, and becoming smarter than us. And
Yeah.
eventually they'll want to get rid of us. So yeah, that's the theme of the song. It could be scary or it could be challenging, to try
Yeah.
to teach them to act ethically, unlike us, because we don't do, I mean, we have ethics, but we use them for war, we use them for gambling, we use them for bad things. So we're
Mhm.
teaching them not to be
Yeah.
ethical. And so, yeah.
Say the title in French.
Tentatives échouées.
Thank you. All right.
Sorry, I just need to open my window because
Sure.
I'm very, just a few seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Because my neighbor is cooking and it's starting to smell very bad. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
no,
Uh,
now I opened my window. It's all good. So I was saying the title is Tentatives échouées, failed attempts.
all right. Let's go with the next one. Are you a lone star? And what do you mean by
Yeah, I was
being?
talking about myself because I'm very solitary and I'm never where people expect me to be. I love my freedom. I love being my own boss. Also, I mean, being my own boss because Elyose is my job now, and my passion became my job. No
That's
one
wonderful.
expected that. Even I didn't expected it, and
Everyone wants that in life. Yeah. And you've reached it. That's good.
yeah,
At a young age.
well, not that young, but
Well, you're
yeah, I've
younger
reached
than
that. But
I.
I'm not like, I'm not like normal people. I mean, I would say normal because I've never wanted to have kids. I've never wanted to have a normal job. I don't want to live in the city. I always make choices that are weird or not common, you know?
Oh, that's all right.
And but I stick to those choices and I assert myself like that. I don't want to do what people expect me to do. So I call myself a lonely star because I like um I like solitude. I like to go my way. I like to follow my dreams and not care about what other people will think. And that's what the song is about.
Yeah. And I also felt, and you tell me if I'm way off because I was a history minor, but I heard sort of that cheer of the French Revolution. And I know that goes way back, but I mean, you seem to be just really embracing that liberty and equality and all those things that they fought for.
Wow, yeah, I'm very flattered that you could hear that in our song. I mean, yeah, it's a freedom anthem, you know? It's like don't try to don't try to please people around you. Just try to do what you want in your life and not care about what others think.
All right. The next song, go ahead and mention that title because I think this is part of that Google situation where they told me it was this, and then you said no, it's not that. So go
I
ahead.
think it's Théogène, if
All
I'm
right.
not wrong. I think it's
Yes.
Théogène. It's actually a new version of this song was on our debut album back in
Oh,
2012 and we revamped it and made a 2024 version of it because it was released in 2024 just a bit before the album release because in more than 10 years the Elyose sound evolved and I wanted this song also to have Anthony's touch because he brought a lot to Elyose, not only as a songwriter but also as a producer, as a music producer. And I thought it could be a mix between the old Elyose and the new Elyose with a
okay.
song that people liked, and so we did that a bit like Lacuna Coil did with their album Comalize. They made a newer, more modern version of it because that album was 15 years old, and they wanted that's exactly the same initiative.
Wanted it to sound more modern. Yeah. Now, the next song is pretty self explanatory, but I still want you to tell me what you mean by it. Echo of Delights. And say it in French because
L'écho des délices, it's I'm telling that let
it's
me
all
try to
right.
say that in English. It's sometimes the pleasure is even more intense after you did something you liked because you think about it again, and in your memories, it could be even more
Yeah.
vivid. It could be even more vivid that on the during that moment. So l'écho, it's like an echo, and délice
Sure.
means
Repeat. Yeah.
yeah, something delicious, so it's how you feel after you did something you liked, and that also it sinks in. The way it sinks in is the most enjoyable. I don't know if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
there's also this dark thing about it that sometimes what you did is not okay, or but you still enjoy it, you know, so some kind of um perversion also.
Okay.
And there's going to be a music video for it. So I'm currently editing the video.
Yeah, I didn't see one out yet, but that's coming.
Yeah, it's coming in a few months. Yeah, I'm still on the editing.
All right, we'll look for that. Yeah, that should be very, very interesting.
But
Yeah.
actually, it's the song that has the less streams. But I understand why. It's not that mainstream because it's dark. It's not poppy. It's dark and it's a bit heavier. And to me, it's not the most mainstream. But I like to say that it's my favorite song because it's darker than the other songs. And I think the next Elyose album is going to be also darker.
Okay.
So I really want to make those songs are more visible to our audience because we are I mean, the songs we are famous for are very poppy, and also one is a symphonic metal song. So people think of Elyose as a symphonic metal band or a pop metal band, and this is no longer what we are.
Yeah.
So I really want to, even if it's a commercial suicide. I
No,
know the singles that I chose are not the ones that are more mainstream, but I don't care about, you know, I'm not fueled by, you know, vanity metrics. Like I'm not thinking about how many views will that get me. I'm just thinking about being
what makes you
honest, be honest
yeah,
to myself and to
yeah.
ourselves. Yeah.
What makes you happy as an artist? Definitely.
Yeah, and also what
Because
looks
if
like
you're not
me.
happy, then people aren't going to be happy with what you're producing either. So
Yeah, it's not about being happy, it's about being true to yourself and not trying I mean, I'm not trying to please people. I say I because I don't know for Anthony, but I'm giving them my art and then it's for people who will like it, but I'm not trying to seduce people. I'm
right.
not saying our music is for everybody. I'm not trying to make the whole world listen to us. Um, but I want to find people who have the same sensitivity and who like the same things as us. That's already a good goal.
It is a very good goal. All right. Traced ascent. I love that the combination of those, but say it in French. I'm sure it sounds even better.
Ascension tracée.
Yeah, it does. um, so what is the ascent? What is the ascent?
I It's an ascension, so I like to climb mountains.
Oh, okay.
And it's about climbing a mountain and going at the top. So it's a very hard, sporty exercise. And it's the tempo of the song, the BPM of the song is the BPM of the steps, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
And I'm talking about the joy of being up there among nature and that physical sensation, also a bit of numbness and exhaustion also that comes with effort. So it's a song about effort, about nature, and about never, you know, giving up. When you're climbing a mountain, it's like in life when you're could be climbing for your objectives or for your goal. I want to say it's a long way, but you should enjoy the way and look around you, how beautiful the it is around you, even while you're not at the top. So,
And where do you go? Switzerland?
where do I go
Climb.
in France?
Oh, there are plenty of yeah, the
Yeah, there are plenty of mountains there.
French Alps. Yeah.
Yeah, in the summer I always go to mountains because it's there are less people than at the seaside. So I and it's colder. So to avoid the warmth, heat, I always go to the mountain during the summer. So and I like to climb mountains.
Sounds
And
good.
that's when I climbed mountains, that the song came in my head and the lyrics. And so when I hear now, it's my song when I climb. It's the mountain song, and I'm telling about how beautiful the landscapes are, and it's yeah, that's the song of the mountain.
You've got it playing in the ears when you're walking, when you're
Yeah, yeah, but I don't even have to have it on my ears. I have it in my head. They're your
sure.
internal ear, your internal ear,
Yeah.
sorry, and it always plays in my head when I climb, because the tempo is exactly on my steps. It's a bit slow because it's hard to climb, and it's a physical effort, and that song always resonates in my head.
We're going to be doing some of that, my wife and I, this summer. So I'll have to remember to come back.
You need to take the song of the
Definitely.
mountains.
Yeah. Keep that pace. Yeah. I don't know if we can keep up with that pace, but
Yeah,
we'll
that's the
give it a
pace. Yeah,
try.
that's the perfect pace to climb a mountain, and the mix between um satisfaction and enjoyment, and also pain because of the physical effort. So
Definitely. No pain, no gain.
no pain.
They That's what they say over here. Yeah.
I know,
And
I know.
I've been an athlete, so I absolutely understand that.
Wow, you've been a history teacher, you've been an athlete. You've been,
I've had a pretty darn full life. I've been lucky.
wow, wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive. And you're a metalhead, so you're perfect.
Yeah, yeah, I do like metal. Well, it's up there. But yeah, definitely. And I love your album. I'm telling you, it's completely and we're gonna keep talking about it because there's only a couple more. But that's what I love about your album is it's so different from what I know.
Well, thank you. And I wondered, I know you're the interviewer and I shouldn't be the one asking the questions, but I really wondered how you found us.
Um, yeah, that's a good question. I use Facebook for a lot of my searches and things like that. And it may have been the relationship with the other band that you're in. Possibly you popped up and with something new. And that's where I looked at it. And I said, oh my gosh, she's
So
in
mostly on Facebook, you find the new music on Facebook.
a lot of it. Yeah.
A lot
Uh,
of it, not on
and
YouTube.
Well, once I no, I'll find your website or your Facebook page or something like that, and then I go to YouTube to see what you sound like, and I'll play some of your videos, and oh my god, yeah, I love this, or no, I don't like that, and then I usually don't contact those people, but yeah, yours just oh my god, this is completely different, and yeah, I said I gotta
Thank
give
you.
this.
I don't want to be like a copy of Epica. I don't want to be a copy of,
No,
Lacuna
no,
Coil. I mean, they're already there.
yeah,
So if you want, I mean, they're mastering the genre. So I've never wanted to be like another, similar
no,
band. And that's why I always stuck with the French, because um, you don't hear a lot of metal with singers speaking in their native language. I mean, unfortunately, and to me, it's not a prerequisite to enjoy a song. On the contrary,
yeah,
I think it makes you want to learn about the language, the culture, and honestly, French people don't understand English. I mean, most of them don't understand English. Like they understand the whole song, the English songs they're listening to. So saying that they need to understand is, I mean, to me, is a bit hypocrite.
all
But
right.
for you, I mean, you would have liked maybe to know what the songs were about, but there are still ways to find out. And when you love a song, you can take a few minutes to check on the lyrics translations. So to me, it's not. I mean, it's not going to prevent us from reaching a wider audience.
Well, and the music itself, I think I said that at the beginning of my review that no, I don't speak French, but I love the music and the sound of the French
Yeah. Hmm.
voice, the sound of the French words. that's all I need. I mean, and yes, uh, I have looked at the lyrics and things like that, but it's still the same to me. I still enjoy the music and the sound of it all. So yeah. Now
Yeah,
you,
there's still the music. If you don't understand the lyrics, at least you understand the music.
yeah, definitely, and the music makes this thing well worth the effort. All right, ready for combat. Is that something that you and I were talking about Paris and not that you're going to go out and beat anyone up, but I'm saying the large crowds and the volume of everything that you confront every day, is that the competition? And not you're
So
not going to get
you
physically
know that
violent.
combat means fight. You know that combat means fight? Ready to fight? Do you know what
Oh,
it
okay.
means? It means ready
Well,
to
it
fight.
said ready for combat, which means fighting. Yeah.
What's the difference in English between combat and fight?
No, there really isn't. Combat's more of a military fight. I
So
could.
in this case, the proper translation would be ready to fight.
Okay.
Not because it doesn't have any military
Aspect to it.
explanation. No, actually, I'm talking about my OCD. So it's also very, the way to heal from that is very psychological, and you have to tell yourself, "I'm ready now. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be unpleasant. It's gonna be a lot of discomfort." But you need to fight. There's no other way you can heal from that. And I'm talking about because I've had severe OCD in the past, and now I can say I'm almost healed, but it's still there, and you have to be like a fighter, to fight this health this health issue, So I'm talking about how to struggle with how you can heal eventually, but I'm talking about the struggle and how hard it is because there's like somebody in your head that is taking over you, and you have to be like an athlete, not to obey that little voice, and to keep I'm not going to go into details because it's a very specific
Yeah.
health issue, but it's about, yeah, my fight on
Control it.
yeah,
Try to.
on OCD. Yeah, it's about my fight.
Okay. The next one, that video was unbelievable. uh,
Thank you. I edited
Immutable.
it, and some people say it's too fast, so I don't know if my next video I should
Slow it down.
still do a very fast cuts like that. I like when it's nervous and fast, and I think it goes well with the music. But some people are saying, "Wow, that's too fast."
All right.
the
And this,
cut the cuts are fast. Yeah.
it looks like, well, it's immutable. And it's to me, the way I looked at it was a story of a Black Widow, a woman that, you know, brings men in and kills them. Is that,
No, that was another song. We
oh,
had our one of our the single from our second album is about a woman killing. Bringing men to her place and killing
you
them.
sure
And
that's not what the video's about?
Redemption. It's called
Oh,
Redemption is
did I
our
get it
first
wrong?
music video, and it's a man. It's a woman predator, and she
Oh,
kills men. So Immuable is another song. It's about a lost love, and it's about how the relationship remains but changes. It's about mourning someone. It's about mourning, and it's about missing someone, and it's about try to find a way to live without that person. And
okay.
the woman is becoming a bit has hallucinations, and it's becoming a bit delusional also. So it's very dark, but also it has the chorus is not sad because I'm saying whatever happens we'll always have that link. There's always going to be that connection between us, no matter what, and no matter what we become. We'll always be together in a way.
Well, I must have I don't know what I did with the video because I thought
Right?
that was
Yeah, it's another. I mean, the storyline that you said is for another song is of another song.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. Self-denial. Um, say that word in French because
self denial. What are you talking
ab-
about?
abnegation.
Oh, abnegation. It means doesn't mean self denial.
That's what it came out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, it means sticking to your beliefs and
So more like obligation.
yeah, in this song it's in a religious way. It's like
Oh,
I'm going to obey my religion and never get distracted and focus and being fully immersed on my religion. So in this case, I'm talking about Islamists and how they are devoted to their cause and how it's harming them and their close ones. It's about terrorism, basically.
yeah, yeah. All right, and then rise and reclaim,
Oh, this one's in English.
and
Easy.
it was, yeah. And this is well, it comes back to that freedom, and
Yeah.
I get the
It's a
feel,
bit it's the same theme as
yeah,
Ascension Tracée, but without the mountains landscape. It's more in general.
just trying to um, fight the good fight, so to speak. If
Hmm. It's about resilience also.
yeah, all right. So you're working on one video. Will there be others?
There are already two for one album, so there will be three on the whole. I think three videos are a lot
Yeah.
of time also. So three singles are yeah, I think that's okay. I think then it will be time to write new songs and a new album. So there's not going to be a fourth video to answer your question.
Well, the next question then was going to be what is next for the band? Have you already started working on some songs? Do you have some
N-
completed?
Not
You want
yet.
to? Okay. So
Not
do you
yet.
want to?
I know in which direction I want to go.
You said darker.
Yeah.
Is there like a concept or theme yet, or not yet?
The thing is that I will Anthony will probably not work on the next album. So it's going to be me as a songwriter, and so I will take this opportunity to do the kind of music I only like. So it's going to be more doom, darker, and heavier. Maybe less cool, less mainstream, but I'm gonna go back to my roots. Like I told you, I loved gothic metal from Norway. You know all those Tristania and Draconia, and so it's gonna be more doomy and more gothic and darker, I guess. But still with the Elyose touch, so there's still gonna be synth and my vocals, so it's still gonna be Elyose. But I mean, I haven't been thinking about it yet, and I haven't been writing new songs yet because the previous album just came out a few months ago, so it's too early.
Excuse me.
It's too early to talk about the new songs and the new album.
All right. And then are you also working on Irenaeus?
Yes, we actually recorded the second album. So same singers, same songwriters, and it's already mixed and mastered. It's ready to be launched. So we're just waiting for the green light because this one we're on the label. So they are
Which
making the
label?
decision. It's called Frontiers
Oh,
Records.
oh yeah, Frontiers.
Yeah.
And any release date yet? Or
No, not yet. I asked a few months ago when I was on tour with the band Semblin, Elios and Semblin went on the tour together. I asked our producer because there were so many people asking us about the second album, when is it going to be released? And we didn't even know. So I asked him, he said, "Oh, you're up next. Frontiers now releases less albums because they want to focus, they want to have more time to focus on each artist and each album. So
Good.
they release less albums in a month, but you are up next." And I haven't heard from them yet. So it shouldn't be
You
long, but I can't, we don't have a release date yet.
this year or next?
Oh, probably this year.
So it will still be this year. Okay, good.
Yeah, I guess, but you never know.
Yeah,
You're
we
not. I'm not in
still
charge. I'm not in charge. And like Elyose, and Elyose, we're independent, so we can make the decisions more easily. And it's a different way of, a different kind of business.
all right. And you've taken the album out for some touring. Will you do like a European, or hopefully you'll come over here tour, or just not enough time for it?
We just come back from a European tour, so yeah, I think we're gonna tour every 2 year, maybe, because it's a lot of work, a lot of time and money and energy, and we can't afford to do that every year. So I think it's gonna be every 2 year.
And you played the whole album from beginning to end?
No, oh no, not the whole album. We mixed older songs, and I mean on the tour we on the Motul Culture tour that we did in January, we mixed songs from our previous album because we only played 30 minutes every night, so it's very short. So we
Yeah.
mixed between the previous album and this one, Évidence.
Yeah, you got to pick and choose, which is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to pick like 6 or 7 songs. So we took the recent ones because we believe they're better songs. That we're better songwriters now than we were 10 years ago, of course. But some people were frustrated because we didn't play our our most famous songs
Oh, okay.
that were
But
older.
you want to hear something different, and you want to sing something different, probably.
It's just that now we grew up as artists, and we chose the songs that looked like us most. Yeah.
Your current, yeah. All
Our
right.
current state. Yeah.
Current state. Stay current. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so the last question is always, is there anything else that I have missed, or maybe you wanted to talk about that I didn't? Anything else? And then also, if you want to say anything to the audience.
Not that I think about. I think I like that you made me talk about the lyrics, which I mean, most people are not interested in the lyrics. So I like that you made the effort to go and find the meaning of the words, and that you try to pronounce the French, and that you were curious also to hear, like you said, a band which sounds different, because to me it's a compliment, also. And
Meant to be.
I also looked at your website, and I saw that you had very good tastes. So
Thank you.
when you said that you liked our album, I was very flattered. And also I thought that it could reach people in the US, because you're American,
Yeah.
and it's not only for French people, and it's for, yeah, our music is meant to be heard worldwide. It's there are lots of artists that don't sing in English who have success and who have good songs. So it's not because it's not in English that the music isn't good.
No. But now
And
that you said good taste, what were some of your favorites that you saw? I'm
that I
just
saw,
curious. I'm just curious.
uh, I don't remember. I looked online. I looked at your website when you proposed to do the interview. I looked at the website, and you gave me a few examples, and I looked and I said, "Oh, wow, he did some great artists. He has good taste." So, yeah, he's a real, metalhead. I can see it's your passion. I can see that you really love what you do. And so, yeah, that's why I said, oh, yeah, let's go for an interview.
Great. All right.
And I like that you're American and that you are, listening this French music in French and this weird niche.
Good. No, it's
Yeah.
it's absolutely. If you guys haven't heard this, those of you listening out there, give these guys a chance. I'm telling you, once you hear it, it's all you'll need. It's just completely different. I mean, I've
You must have
there.
listened to a lot of bands, right?
I have. Well, I've been listening to music since, probably, well, 5, 10. I can't remember, but it's many years. And anyway, and I've seen a lot of bands live and talked with a lot of bands before I even started doing any of this. But it's just lately you kind of, and she and I talked a little bit about this. You just hear sort of the same sound coming from a lot of metal bands. And when you hear something like what she's created and what they've created, I should say, it knocks you off your feet and you're like, yeah, different, change. This is good.
Thank you
And
so
yeah,
much.
and
Thank you.
and like I told her, and she's still trying to say danceable, really? But no, it is. And yeah, I don't do much dancing anymore, but I did,
You should. You should.
when I was younger. And, you still have those feelings. And you can hear it in that, some of these songs. And absolutely, um, yeah, just give this a chance. And I think you'll be happy you listened. And hopefully you buy the whole album, because that I'm from the generation where we didn't buy singles, we bought the whole album. And if you do and you give this a chance, I think you'll see what she's been talking about and how well made it is and how much time and effort they put into it. I'm sorry, sometimes I do that. I talk too much. Do you have
No, you don't
anything?
talk to. I mean, you're flattering me, so you keep talking.
Well, no, I'm just. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or anything you want to mention to those that are listening about what might be coming or what's out there? Or, like I say, maybe I missed some things that you are doing that you may be on somebody else's album, or doing.
No, I only have two bands. So Alios, which is more modern metal, and the Orenis, which is more heavy metal, symphonic heavy metal. So more 80s vibes. And Alios has more modern vibes, genty vibes. So different bands, different music, same singer.
Yeah, and she's able to cross those bridges back and forth, and
Back
that's
and forth. I love both. Yeah.
yeah. All right. If nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. But thank you very much for all your
Thank
time.
you for having me. Thank you for having me and for all those compliments. I'm very, very touched.
No, no, you deserve it. All right, hold on just a second. I'm going to stop this.